Hello, everybody. Meteorologist Amy Freeze here with a little digital update for you from AccuWeather on the snow that we're expecting today. So what we're going to do here is just kind of run through some of the maps this morning. We've also got a Facebook Live going. So if you want to reach out and you want to be interactive with us on the Facebook Live, that's happening as well. So we invite you to do that. First of all, we're going to start right with what we're expecting. Here's the latest information coming in as far as the snow totals go. And looking at this information, it really does appear that we're going to see some snow accumulating before the rain happens a little bit later. So a lot of this is going to be about temperatures for us and the timing. And so as those two things come together, that's where it's going to play out the trickiest, I think. Coating to an inch seems real possible for parts of the boroughs. And then we could get some heavier amounts falling sort of north and west of the city, stretching into the suburbs. And those heavier amounts, 3 to 6 inches and even over 6 inches for parts of Sullivan and Ulster and the higher elevations seem like they're going to play out. So let's get busy and look at the timing of this and what's going to happen throughout the day. So the winter weather advisory goes until 11 o'clock tonight. And again, that's for the areas in purple. And it, of course, is going to affect areas north and west the most. That doesn't mean that everybody else is out of it. It just means that that's where we're likely going to see the worst of the travel and the worst impacts from this. Coastal flood advisory goes until early tomorrow morning, so we will have some impacts, especially for the sound on the water issues. Looking outside right now, we're looking north, actually towards the GWB. Great visibility here at almost 10 minutes after 10 a.m. on Thursday. Temperatures are just above the freezing point, so there's cold air here to work with, that's for sure. Everybody's been bundled up this morning, hustling around. Feels like winter out there. As we get into the afternoon, the temperatures will be sub-freezing, and then by this afternoon, we'll see the temperatures really into the evening hours start to warm back up, and that's when we'll see a change back over to rain. So here's what we've got on the AccuTrack this morning. Yes, there is some moisture waiting to come in. On the south side of it is rain, and on the north side of it, snow. We're already starting to see snow in parts of Philadelphia. A lot of this is going to be taking its time to get here, but by the afternoon commute, we're going to see that snow line merge into the area. Parts of South Jersey starting to get some snow and rain, especially at the Jersey shoreline. So Atlantic City right now with rain. Here's the Futurecast. That's where we'll spend a little time. Notice the temperatures here. We've got sub-freezing temperatures north and west, and then the warmer air is really from the city south and east. And again, that's where we are looking to forecast more of a wintry mix, slush, and eventually rain coming in. So as we take this a little bit further into the future, by 1 o'clock this afternoon, pretty much on target for what we're seeing with the radar right now. There is rain. That snow rain line mix in pink, that line right there, that's going to move northward as we get into the later part of the afternoon. That's where we're going to see the snow falling and sticking in some spots, especially grassy surfaces and frozen areas. On the streets that are going to be well traveled through the afternoon, expect slush. Sometimes that can be worse than snow that sticks because it's going to create very slick, slippery conditions. Now, the National Weather Service has put out the alerts, but also the city has put out their snow alerts. So they already have the sanitation department and all of their vehicles in place. So watch for the plows and the different treatment vehicles to be out and about. They may not be treating the roads just yet, but they are going to be getting into position in case they need to do so during the afternoon evening commute. So by 5 o'clock, everybody's trying to get out and about. That's when we could see that changeover happening for parts of Staten Island and even moving into parts of Queens. There's still going to be snow accumulating for Manhattan, parts of Brooklyn, and then out onto Long Island. But then once we get past sunset, it looks like the temperatures start to increase just a bit. We're up to 35 degrees in Central Park, and we're looking at 38 degrees for Islip. This is where we're really going to start to see some mixing. These are also temperatures that we're expecting at the official reporting stations. Sometimes right at the ground level, we can get a degree or two warmer. So this is where we're going to have a lot of mixing and then a changeover to rain coming in for the rest of the evening. If anybody has any questions, we're doing the Facebook Live. I'll take those questions as we go throughout this little digital broadcast here. Notice the snow is still accumulating for Sullivan, Ulster, and Dutchess County right through 11 o'clock tonight, but there will be some mixing and icing on top of that. Newburgh's one area, even north of 287, where we're going to get really tricky conditions for driving. There could be a lot of icing occurring there as well. Temperatures are sub-freezing, but then the precipitation starts to change over to rain in some of those areas. Ice can accumulate very easily. Then on the back side of this, what we've got is a little snow wrap around. Again, that's north of the 287 line. That's all up into Orange, Sullivan, Ulster, Dutchess counties. That's where we'll see the last of that accumulation, and that's where we'll get up to that 4 to 6 inch mark for those areas. Everything clears out of here by tomorrow morning, and we're left with temperatures that are still below average for this time of year. We'll just be in the low to mid 40s on Friday, but definitely clears us out as we head into the weekend. So again, on the Futurecast timing, this is a broader grid. So this is a looser grid, and it shows us again the timing. By 6 o'clock, we've got snow across the entire area. If you can avoid the commute by leaving early or staying much later tonight until things change over to rain, that would be a lot better. Nancy Wood chiming in. She says, when you say north, how far north? I'm in Westchester. Well, north into Westchester, you will see snow accumulation longer than people say in Staten Island or Long Island, because their temperatures will be just a few degrees warmer. So you're going to be in that zone where you could get a couple of inches of snow between about 3 and 7 p.m. and then you'll see a change over to rain. So hopefully that helps you. All right, we've got Jay flying from North Carolina, arriving in White Plains around 8 o'clock tonight. Are we okay? Well, you could have some icing issues, so definitely watch out for travel on that. I think there are going to be a lot of delays this afternoon, not just for us on the roadways and the subways and all those kinds of things, but we're also going to be doing some delays when it comes to air travel as well. So call ahead, check ahead, take your time. Just not worth the risk. It's tricky. It's the first snowstorm of the season, and so that's going to, get a lot of people's attention. Let me give you one more look here at the accumulation map. By the way, once we get through today's snow, low chances for precipitation the rest of the week. Here it is today through early tomorrow morning. The last part of the accumulation is going to come north and west, so that's where we have those bigger numbers. And I think late tonight to early tomorrow morning is when that actually happens. So if you're up in Orange County and tonight at 6 o'clock, you're like, we don't have 6 inches of snow. That's because you're going to get the cold side, the wraparound coming in for the back part of that system. So that's where we're looking for that heavier accumulation to happen, is where we really get the last little punch in circulation coming in with that extremely cold air. So that's what we've got. I'm going to give you guys the AccuWeather 7-day forecast. Invite you to check us out on social media if you have any questions. Definitely reach out to us. Bill Evans will be on at noon today, and we're all available by social media as well, willing to answer any questions. And bottom line here is that it's inconvenient for timing. It's tricky with temperatures. We're not expecting a major snowstorm here, but we are expecting this to have a heavy impact, because not only is it the first of the season, but of course it is also going to be when everyone's trying to get home from work and school and everything else. So thanks for joining us. We appreciate it, and we'll be checking in with updates throughout the afternoon and evening. You can get the AccuWeather radar anytime online at abc7ny.com.
All right, we're looking up the Hudson.